Hey everyone, this is Fiz. Like I said at the beginning here, this is a 6-year-old camera, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm getting a new one towards the end of the month that does HD, but until then, I'll just have to deal with what I have. I was actually at Walmart last night, and I work at a different store. The one I went to supposedly had Gundully invaders according to our systems, but they refused to admit that they had them, so I'm assuming that they're not allowed to be pulling them out for anybody. And as much as I wanted to try to push it, I think it's probably better that I don't. So until we get them, then I guess I'll just have to deal with what we have. So I figured I'd finish up my Bronze Attack collection, so I got the last two that I needed, Wilda and Fortress, and then I got a Baku Light and Baku Frost pack just because I don't have any of those yet. So instead of doing an entire unboxing video, since it's kind of complicated holding this camera since I don't even have a tripod or anything, I'm just gonna pause it here and open them up, and then I'll just kind of show you what I got. Well, I'm starting to learn that this is a little bit more difficult than I thought. All these interruptions I keep getting, I've restarted this probably about 6 times already, but I've got everything unboxed, so I guess we'll start out with the Bronze Attack. It's got Subterra Wilda. It's 670 Gs. I doubt you can see that from how blurry this thing keeps getting. Not much to say about Wilda. I'm sure most of these guys you've seen reviews for in the past. I'm just kind of going over what I got here just to kind of give me a start, since I've never done a video before. I wanted to do a video on all my Bakugan, but as I was saying, I'm waiting for that camera so you guys can see it in HD instead of using this. Yeah. So there's no real manual parts or anything. It's easy to close back up. You just kind of squeeze it back. So that's one thing I really like about Wilda. And I got a Darkest Fortress. And on this, let's see, 650G, and manual part would just be the feet. There he is. Moving on to the Baku Light, Aquos Atmos 720G. I really like how this one's wings are. You just kind of fold them out, and then it has those manual feet like most of the Bakugan do. So there he is. Like I said, I like these wings. It definitely makes him look a lot bigger than most of the Bakugan. It reminds me of how Viper Helios is the same way. It's got these big wings. So as far as closing Atmos up, obviously the feet go back down. The wings, just fold the one up simply enough, but well, it gets a little bit more complicated when you fold the second one, because you have to get that last little flap, and it's probably impossible to tell, but you have to slide it above the other flap at the end of the other wing, and then it should lock into place. And then you have these last little flaps here that you lock in, and then the tail. And then last but not least, the head just kind of folds in, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, Aquos Atmos. And jumping to the Baku Frost, another Aquos Atmos. So this one is 570G, and aside from the coloring, I mean, there's not much else to say. So I mean, it's even the same Aquos and everything. I just like how the color is on these guys, the Baku Frost. It looks like that cool pearl color there, which would have made more sense if these were the Baku Pearls, instead of the Baku Pearls being kind of more white. But like I said, I kind of like the coloring on those guys. Back to the Baku Lights, I got a Darkest Freezer. Manual parts on him are just the little ends of his legs there, that, I don't know if you want to call them feet or what, but they just kind of easily flip out, or some of them do, some of them are a little stiff, but to fold them back up, you just gotta have to have all those back in, and then the legs just all go right back up to where they were. And then another thing I like about him is that little brain part, because you obviously don't even need to put him on a gate card. If you just press that down, he just pops open. And oh yeah, he's 500G, forgot to mention that. So there he is. And then yet again with the Baku Frost, we got another Darkest freezer at 500 or no 660G. So this one's a little bit closer to. I have another darkest one that I got before that was just a regular darkest, not a translucent one, but he was 700G. So neither of these guys can really surpass him like I was hoping. Darkest is my favorite, so I was hoping to get some more powerful darkest guys. Then got BakuFrost Ultra Dragonoid, I almost said Hyper. He actually opened right this time. This wing keeps sticking, but maybe it was just since he was new. Everything else just kind of pops open. The only manual parts are just really the horns here. So you just kind of obviously pull that one down just like any Neo Dragonoid would be. These horns here don't like to stay up very well either, so I guess he's got a little bit of issues. He's 580G Pyrus, and so that's pretty much all to say about him. Just kind of fold up the bottom feet and the wings, and then everything else closes up just like a regular Neo Dragonoid would be. Has these little flaps like the Maxis Dragonoid, Neo Dragonoid has, so you just fold them down and then close them up like normal, and just pop his head down. Doesn't really want to stay closed, but there he goes. Last but not least is Subterra Hyper Dragonoid. Being translucent, it doesn't really, accents don't stand out very much, and the Subterra ones never really seem to be all that interesting looking to me anyway. Something about the coloring just doesn't stand out very well. Manual parts, just the two horns there and the feet, and he's 600G. Get these feet out. So yeah, there he is. So just kind of wrap this up. Like I said, I'm going to be doing more videos in the future. Right now it's just going to simply be the ones that just the new Bakugan I get until I get my camera. Then I'll start doing actual reviews on ones that I pick out. Mostly Gundalian and Vader stuff, hopefully once I start getting my hands on those. But this is about the cutouts, so till next time.